and welcome to the Fast Forward Show. Today, I'm very excited to introduce Chris Wilkinson of CDW Financial. And as an introduction to Chris, after a very high-flying career with Barclays Corporate, where he was the #1 business development manager for 4 years running, he aspired to run his own business and has done this successfully more than once. Firstly, Chris set up his own recruitment business from scratch, a financial recruitment business, and run this successfully for nearly 7 years. He has his own private aviation business, and he currently is the director of CDW Financial, where he helps businesses in distress. Chris, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
No problem at all. No problem at all. You must be pretty busy right now. You help companies in distress.
Yeah, it's one of those where we pretty much get inquiries pretty much 7 days a week, and even getting phone calls on Sunday afternoon. It's interesting times at the moment.
Well, I can imagine that you've been running your business for over 4 years now, and I can imagine with a career like you've had, with all your business, sales, recruitment, and finance knowledge, you're in a really good position to be able to help and advise. And you've helped a number of companies through lockdown, particularly in the hospitality and leisure sectors that we've spoken about. So I wondered if you could tell our audience, what advice you have for the thousands of companies out there at the moment that are struggling and wondering how they are going to survive.
It's an interesting question, and I think we are in phenomenal times where there is no written path for this before, and you have to, as a business owner, kind of take your business back to basics and think, what is it we actually do? And on that basis, you think, what is the most profitable? What can I change really quickly to adapt to these times? Now, this is very easily said and done, but depends on the size of a business. If you're a small one-man band business, it's quite easy to change that. But if you've got maybe 20 or 30 staff and maybe 50 customers, then it can take time to make that change. And in that change is where you have issues where you could run out of cash, or a client goes bust, or you've got to put social distancing in your office. There's so many things to kind of put into a new business plan, and you literally have to write your business again with some businesses.
So let's say I'm a business with 20 staff or whatever. Perhaps I'm in the hospitality kind of sector, and I'm running out of cash. You've given some advice there already, but exactly what would be the exact steps that you would suggest I follow to try and to survive?
Okay, I think think of your quick wins. Okay, that's the first thing I think of. What can you implement and change straight away? Mm-hmm. It could be a case of, different rotas for staff. It could be the case of, maybe discontinuing a product or something you sell which only sells on a Saturday night or the weekend. What can you change pretty quickly so the profits that you are going to get in are the most profitable out of everything you're selling or doing. I think that's the first thing. Second thing is, that's your short-term goal or quick win. Okay, then long-term goal. What's this going to look like for the next 6 months? Because let's be honest, COVID-19 is going to be here for a very long time going forward. So what's that going to look like? And that's where you take your time to think, right, what's my next 6 months going to look like? Is it a case that, talking about the previous example earlier, that we're no longer going to be a nightclub, so I don't need a late light license. You can remove that from your overhead. Having security on the door. Now you're just now you're a coffee shop or a daytime wine bar. You may not need that. So there's certain things that you can change and write in that to implement that your business survives going forward. Cash is key, as we know. 95% of businesses don't go bust because they're not profitable. They go bust because they run out of cash.
So interestingly, Chris, when I was preparing for this video, I always check out LinkedIn profiles, and I was looking for where did Chris go to university? Scrolling down, see more. No university, and I thought, maybe he didn't go to university. I didn't go to university, but actually, what I was shocked to find out is that you didn't even get any GCSEs.
No, that's correct.
So let's hold that thought, because that's an amazing career that you've had there. And I hope you don't mind me sharing, but you have dyslexia.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk to you more about that in detail, about how that has helped or maybe hindered you in your career so far. So for today, I want to say thank you so much for the advice you've given us to businesses out there that are struggling. That's absolutely brilliant. And really enjoyed interviewing you. And I look forward to talking to you in more detail about why dyslexia is a gift, and you found it to be a gift in your career to date.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to talk to you today.